ballpark.
Welcome back, you guys. It is episode 14 of the Bronx and Nothing podcast, and we are back. The New York Yankees, Kevin, believe it or not, the New York Yankees have swept the series against the Oakland A's. Some people were saying they were a minor league team. Listen, the Rays played them, and I know, Kevin, how you were when it came to the Rays. You were like, man, are the Rays actually good? You were saying they were frauds. I don't want to speak too loudly. We got them for the next four. But, Kevin, let's talk about the Oakland series. How you feeling? We won the series. We swept them, Kevin. We won 3 in a row. So I'm happy. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. The captain is back. Bader keeps raking. The Yankees are sweeping. And all is good in the Bronx right now. I'm feeling great, Mario. Thank you for asking. I'm almost out of my cold, finally. As you guys can probably hear. Just a little bit. Maybe like 5% is left in. Jeez.
Yeah, man. The weather was good today at the stadium.
I saw that. I saw people sunbathing out there in the bleachers.
Yeah, Dios mío, bro. Yeah, they were out there having a good time. You know, I mean, the game was entertaining, but I mean, when Davey came out, they were pretty much just laying back, you know, buying their $18 beers. And listen, Hal's smiling, you know, he's getting his money. The summer camp kids were there at the stadium, man. Yep. It was a different feel. It was pretty packed, 40,000 something in the crowd today, so that was pretty interesting. But all right, let's get into the series because I actually want to talk about this, Kevin. You know why?
Do you?
Because we swept. So let's get into game one. It was former Yankee J.P. Sears against Nestor Cortez.
Wasn't a lot of people missing him, talking about they wanted him back?
Yeah, you know, I was worried. I was worried the Michael K show was going to have callers call in and see, Michael, I told you, you got to stop defending Cashman, trading, you know, J.P. Sears to Oakland. And you can't really defend the trade because, you know, Montas hasn't pitched that much. But still, he didn't pitch well against the Yankees. So I don't want to be that fan. But listen, he's not a Yankee anymore, so why would I root for him? You know what I'm saying? Why would you root for him? He's not a Yankee. All right, let's get into the game. So in the first inning, like kind of fireworks started off the game from the Yankees on the offensive side of the ball. Volpe just missed a homer, and we were joking around after the game, Kevin, how I was basically saying, listen, Volpe, stop hitting into the deeper part of the parts, bro. We got a short porch right there.
He is barreling. He's been barreling the ball a lot lately, but just haven't been able to get the hits to fall. Some of them did. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, in game 3, we'll talk about that. He got a big hit there. So Volpe missed the home run, and then Laureano, the next at bat, I think Gleyber swung first pitch or second pitch, and then Laureano robs him at the wall. I was sitting kind of behind on plate, and I'm like, damn, that ball could have been out. So that was pretty crazy. Started off the bat. The Yankees offense didn't really get started until the 5th. I wanted to mention also IKF had a nice play. He played third base. Had a nice play at third. Gold glove, third baseman. Don't want to forget about that. In the 5th, Bader with a triple. Our spark plug. IKF lined out. And then you had Waldo finally. I mean, he's still hitting, I think, like 194, I want to say, after the series. But that was a big 2-run homer just for... I don't know, it's a confidence thing with a lot of these guys, especially your young Kev. It's definitely a confidence thing with him. But
adjustments in that sophomore year always. Now you got an actual scouting report. Now you've seen enough at-bats of a guy that you can have some type of a small game plan or where to attack. So that's always the big part is the second year of the adjustment period for rookies. And Cabrera's going through it. He's battling, but he's having some tough times. But he took a picture with you and has a home run. Yeah,
listen, I can't take credit for it because he's still kind of struggling. But listen, he's had some big hits, and his defense has been all right. But you know, Yankees Twitter's been kind of loud, rightfully so. I mean, 194. We thought he was gonna be our left fielder, and that's just like not cutting it right now. Especially he's gonna have some big at bats at the bottom of the order against Tampa. We'll get into that a little bit. But in the 6th, that's when you know the Athletics kind of showed some fight back. Nestor was still in the game, but he started off rocky in the 6th. A single to Rooker, who he came to the series hitting like 333. Aguilar, he was pretty much patient.
Jesus Aguilar.
Yeah. He's gonna be traded at the deadline. I think he's on a 1-year deal. He'll definitely be traded. He walked. And JJ Bleday, he was actually a stud. He was gonna play, I think, with Volpe, I believe. He went to Vanderbilt as well, but you know, Volpe got drafted by the Yankees, so Volpe didn't go to college. But Blade singled, and they brought in Ron. So that was the end of the line. Oh, well, the end of the night for Nestor. His line didn't finish there. Kemp, first at bat, he like got, I think, a changeup or fastball at the end of the bat. Kind of dribbled it past Ron, and Rizzo didn't throw it the first. There was no real play, so the bases stayed loaded with nobody out. So, I mean, that's when like the game got pretty scary. He got Langoliers to strike out on a nasty changeup. I mean, Ron was good besides like the soft contact. Then Jace Peterson came. He walked. That was the only thing I'm like, damn, the walks are Ron. He's kind of been walking. I don't want to say a lot of guys, but I feel like he has one walk like every time he's on the mound, which is fine because he has good strikeout stuff. But in that situation, we can't have a walk there.
Want to runners
So,
on. Yep.
yeah, especially with the bases loaded. That made the game 2-2. But then he got a big double play like, right up the middle. Volpe was there, steps on second off Nick Allen, which was pretty big, inning over. But the game was tied 2-2, so the A's did their damage there. But the Yankees, you know, they had Ron and Nestor's back. They answer back, which is huge. Volpe starts off with the K, which is, you know, is what it is. Gleyber with a solo shot. You know me. You know me. I'm doing it every time Gleyber goes deep. You already know. Rizzo with a single. He's Kevin. He's been
On
scorching.
fuego.
Yeah,
But
he's
man,
on
the
fuego.
shift, we thought that maybe Rizzo would go from 245, 250 to 270. My man's batting 300.
Yeah, I mean, he finished, what, 224 last year or 217? And now he's at, like, I think just below 300. I want to say 301. Around there, I mean, the guy's killing it. So Rizzo singled and then a homer from Le Machine.
Another
Big
guy.
homer there. Big homer there to make it 5-2. That's knocked Sears out of the game. So that was huge. Hamilton again in the 7th. He had 2 big strikeouts. There was runners on. He came in, kind of shut the door there. And then some insurance in the bottom of the 8th from a guy that you, of course, Kevin. I mean, we all called it. Trevino with a single. We love Trevi. And then number 31, Aaron Hicks with a 2-run homer. You can't boo there, Kevin. You can't boo there. 2-run shot from Hicks. And that was pretty much it. Ramirez pitched the last 2 innings. And the Yankees win 7-2.
He just finds a way to be in this lineup, no matter
And
what.
people were saying too, like, hey, I'm telling you, guys, my gut's telling me he's gonna get DFA'd. And I think it was Morty. Shout out to Morty. He basically said that I think Hicks might go deep. You know, he might have a 3-homer game, like book it. And then once he goes deep, I'm like, oh, that just bought him an extra 2 months.
Yep, that's exactly what I thought. I'm like, that just got him to the trade deadline. I thought he was gonna go on the Phantom IL after that, whatever he twisted. But looks like not for now. But yeah, Hicks got a home run. Rizzo had a 2-hit game in that first game. Torres as well. Yeah, Bader with a triple. Continues to stay insanely hot. Mr. Bader.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he's
great
on
game.
fire. Yep.
And
On to game 2.
and I was gonna say the pitching line was Cortez to Marinaccio to Hamilton to Ramirez. Everybody's looking good. Hamilton continues to be a fucking stud. It's amazing to watch.
He's a dog. He's a dog. He continues just to amaze us. He's killing it. He's gonna have to get some big outs for us.
Yeah.
Good thing that the bullpen's rested after today's game. It was only Cordero and Davey got sent down. He threw 3 innings, which the Yankees needed that. You know, kind of reset the bullpen. I don't think Cordero is gonna be getting outs in the 7th or 8th this weekend. Definitely not the 9th. So, you know, he got his work in game 3. But let's go to game 2 real quick. Was Clark Schmidt on the mound
Versus Drew, because we can't pronounce his last name.
Yeah. I was thinking Kevin. I was like, how do I pronounce his last name? Because y'all know I'm at the stadium. I don't really hear his name. Yeah, listen.
Kristenski.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to botch that, man. I don't want to botch his name.
Schmidt versus Drew.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Schmidt versus Drew in game 2. Peterson, I think he had an error. I think later in the game, but in the second inning, he had an RBI single. Schmidt was kind of rocky all game. He didn't really have his best stuff. And I mean, against the A's, you can't beat the A's, man. And we got big problems. You know, if you consider yourself a starter, you can't beat the A's. It's the problem. And the third is when, I mean, the Yankees made their noise. You know, I think they went down 1-2-3 in both innings, but in the third, leadoff walks, man. We know about leadoff walks. Trevi and Hicks with back-to-back walks. Then Volpe with a sac fly moves Trevino over to third. Then it should have been a double play. That's when Peterson botched the double play. Everybody's safe. And the Yankees, who are these Yankees, Kevin? Rizzo RBI single, Gleyber RBI single, Bader RBI single. and then Bowers, excuse me, with a sac fly to make it 5-1,
Sack
which
flies
was huge.
underrated.
Definitely, definitely. Shout out Joe's McFly, bro. Sac fly is underrated. How about Diaz, man? This kid Diaz hit 3 homers off us
Yes, he did.
in this game. In the fourth, he had a solo bomb. I don't know his name, but now we know who he is, man. He got a day at Yankee Stadium. I mean, good for him. We
Jordan
still won the game.
Diaz.
Yeah, good for him, man. We won the
He
game
plays
still, but
second, and the Yankees might not extend.
yo, stop, Kevin, bro, just get off the show. I'll just, I'll stay talking to everybody. Kevin, just mute yourself, bro. I'll stay doing my thing. Rizzo with a single, and then Glaber with a 2-run bomb in the fifth to make it 7-2, and then Diaz with another solo shot in the seventh
Play second base.
to make it 7-3. And things, Kevin, we're not talking about Diaz being our second baseman. Calmate, cógelo suave, loco. Wandy came in against Aguilar. Things got kind of scary in the seventh a little bit. Bases loaded, but he did get Aguilar to ground out, which was a huge out. Then again in the seventh, the Yankees get some more insurance. Single by Bader, and then a Bowers. Yo, he went oppo taco, and not many hit it there. Lefty Kevin.
420.
He went into the Oakland A's bullpen. That's a shot.
420, 108 off the bat.
Yeah, that ball was smoked. And then, like I said again, Diaz with another homer. Langoliers hit a single, and Diaz with another homer. I think he had 3 sliders out, which is insane. I don't know why he threw him another slider after.
I know, right? You figured they look at tablets every time they're in there, right?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. He hits another homer. It was 9-5. I mean, I still felt good about the game. Volpe with a triple finally. I thought Ruiz in center field. That kid's electric. I mean, he's super fast. He almost robbed Volpe, but thank God the ball got down. That was a triple, and then Judge with a sac fly. I don't think he had to hit this game, Kevin, but he'll take his RBIs. And that was in the eighth when Volpe had the triple and the Judge sac fly. And then in the ninth, just Clay Holmes came on. He did walk a guy, but he had 3 strikeouts. So that was super encouraging. Kevin, I know you're still not big on Clay Holmes closing games for us in big time spots, but I mean that's good for him. He had a good bounce back. And that's what we want to see
against a AAA team. Great.
But listen, 3 strikeouts are 3 strikeouts. I'll take it. It's confidence, man. Maybe it builds up his confidence. You never know, Kev.
Still hasn't moved the ladder where he is in the bullpen to me. I mean, he maybe went over Abreu, obviously, but that's about it. You moved one step. You're still like the 6th option right now. Sorry.
And Lasagna's not even there.
Exactly. So Schmidt, ERA improves to 5.35, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. His Ks are always there with Schmidt. I might look at that in my next K parlay. Abreu with 2/3, Peralta with that big out. Weissert did not look good.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention him. He did not.
Weissert did not look good.
He had a homer and a lot of walks, I think.
2 walks.
Yeah.
No, sorry, 1 walk, 3 hits.
But he hit somebody too. I'm pretty sure, which is
hit by
I don't
pitch.
know.
So yeah,
it hasn't been sharp. Yeah, it hasn't been sharp.
So yeah, Weissert got sent right back down. Round trip Davey. One day. Same thing with Davey. I mean, well, we'll talk about that in game 3. Holmes with 1 as well. There with 3 strikeouts, your boy. Multi hits again for Rizzo and Torres. Back-to-back games. Torres were home runs.
Good. That's good to see, man. But yeah, the Yankees take the first 2. And Kevin, we were actually talking on the phone over this after game 2. And I know I was gonna have to get up early today, to head to the stadium. We were talking about how we did not know what Yankee lineup was gonna come out today, Kevin.
Yeah, you said Volpe was gonna DH, or Volpe was gonna maybe sit.
I said Moby Volpe sitting, Oswaldo at shortstop. But the Yankees are like, nah, man.
We ain't punting, baby.
Basically, free wins. We ain't punt. That's what I tweeted out. I right under the Yankees lineup. I was like, we don't punt in the BX. So super happy about that. And now the Yankees put up 11 runs today. Let's get into the game. Burrito against Muller, I think his name is. Burrito against Muller. In the first, Yankees got off on a hot start again. Getting runs early, getting the lead early. That's huge. Judge with a walk. Rizzo with another single. Like we said, he's red hot. Don't care that it's the A's. He's been probably our best hitter all season. Hasn't missed any time on the IL, so happy about that. Knock on wood, guys. I don't want to be a jinx. So Rizzo with a single, DJ with a walk, and I'm like, all right, Gleyber with the bases loaded. Let's put this game out of reach right now in the first inning, especially with Brito on the mound. So a little nervous about him. But Gleyber at the sac fly, and then who comes up?
Over.
The master Bader,
Oh my
Harrison
gosh.
Bader. And I thought it was fan interference at the stadium. Then they played it on the jumbotron. They challenged or
no. Well, the crew decided to review it
Yes.
themselves, so it doesn't count as a challenge. But a lot of some people were talking about, especially the fans that we are always in their heads for free. That why are we celebrating an interference call? Blah blah blah. If you can see that the outfielder clearly reaches back behind the wall to try to catch it. Now it looks like the fan is reaching as well, but again, that is that wall that division is very long. So I mean, the fan is literally sitting down,
Yeah, it's pretty long.
and the outfielder is reaching back. So I mean, at that point, that's fair game. I mean,
But I wanted to mention that too, Kevin. I don't think people understand. Once the ball is like pretty much like in the stand, it's fair game.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're home team or away team. That's just how it is. If you're the home team, right, and you see like Judge coming for a ball, maybe stay away. Don't reach out.
Oh, yeah.
If you think he has a play on it, right?
I love the
You don't
fans
wanna-
that are smart enough to push people back. When that happens, if you
Yeah,
notice, some
yeah.
fans
not show, but just be like,
Yeah, like, hold
you
on,
don't
hold
know
on.
the play on the ball. Yep. That's a smart thing to do. You know, people just find things to get mad about with the
course.
Yankees. They're like, you guys need free runs against the A's. Keep crying.
we don't.
Whatever, man.
Wasn't
Listen.
it 11-3? What it would have been 7-3? Okay.
Whatever. It is what it is. Bader with a homer. He's red hot. He's in like 4-something, Kevin. He's on fire. In the second, man, Brito, you give these guys a lead, Kevin. It's 4-0. He gives up a homer to Perez, and then Peterson with a bomb down the right field line to make it 4-2. So I think it was two solo shots in that inning. Not good for Brito, especially when you give him a lead there. They brought in, he didn't even finish 5, Brito, which is, I mean, you at least
it's
want
tough.
5 from him, but it's tough. You know, against the A's, you want to get 5 innings from these starters. Kind of reset the bullpen, but you use Cordero and Davey, which is fine. Cordero came in. He got a pop out of Blade. He hit Diaz with a pitch to load the bases. And he got pop out of Tony Kemp. So I guess that part was kind of like you start sweating a little bit, but game was still 4-2 at that point. Then in the 5th, you know, the Yankees get that big pop out with bases loaded. Judge with a double. Rizzo with an RBI single to make it 4-2. Like we said, he's super hot. And then DJ LeMahieu, another homer in this series. Love to see
La
if he gives
Machine.
some power. Definitely La Machine to make it 7-2. Gleyber with a double. Higgy walks, Waldo walks, and then the kid, man. That was like the cherry on top of the day. Anthony Volpe with a grand slam and big boy territory. He didn't hit it left center field, Kevin. That was pretty much near dead
I
center.
think 28 out of 30 ballparks. That's gone. So that's a big boy. That's a big boy grand salami.
Ain't no Mickey Mouse home run with that. That was nearly dead center. That made the game 11-2. Davey came in. Happy to see Davey. He pitched 3 innings. Only gave up 2 hits, but he gave up a homer to Blade. I mean, Blade's hitting like 3-something for them. And yeah, Kevin, Yankees sweep 11-3, man. Yankees won today. And we got Tampa Bay coming up for 4. That should be an interesting series.
By the way, that was a first pitch home run from Volpe. I know we've kind of been talking about that eventually he's gonna have to stop doing that, but I mean at that point with the lead we got, it's all, I mean, and it worked out. But in a close game, you don't want a bases loaded. You don't want to be swinging at that first pitch. I mean, it was a nice. I mean, it was high. I mean, it was middle high. So I mean, I guess you can. It's okay to swing at that one, but
yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not. You know,
he has pissed us off where he switched.
I guess.
In close game.
Every fan gets pissed. We're not perfect, but I like guys working the count. Love Volpe and everything.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be first pitch 1 out. You know what I'm saying?
Cabrera worked like an insane account in this game too? I'm gonna tell you right now how many pitches. Hold on. There was a he struck out. He ends up striking out, but he worked the count tremendously. I'll tell you right now.
Obviously, if he swings first pitch, you get to hit every time, bro. Do whatever you want. But like, if you swing first pitch, he like pops out. That kind of drives me insane, just a little bit, because you know you want Judge and the guys behind to see what he has.
After the walk from Higgy, and the double from Higgy and the walk from IKF in the 4th, Cabrera comes up, 10 pitches. 10 pitches. He fouls up. He fouls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He fouls out 5 pitches. So yeah, I mean, even though he struck out, that's one thing
Work
Waldo
count.
will do. He will always work a count. So that's why I'm not worried about Waldo. I think it's just an adjustment and to get his groove on. And honestly, I see him as being a platoon guy, batting lefty most of his time. So
He had a righty homer. He had a righty
he
homer. He
did
had a
have,
righty
yeah, he
homer
did.
on Monday, which is good. All right, Kevin, you want to get into this question that one of our
Oh
listeners
yes, we
asked us?
do. Yes, we did.
Definitely. Let's get into that before we go to the race series real quick. By the way, guys, if you have any questions that you guys want to send to us, talk about besides the recaps that we do, feel free. Comment under one of the. Maybe I'll set up something where I tweet out any questions you guys have before each of you guys want us to talk about. Whatever you guys are thinking that maybe you guys are just interested to hear our opinion or don't really know about a certain topic, we'll gladly
Talk about
answer
it.
to the best of our ability. Definitely. Yep. So basically, this was 4 days ago. So Wednesday, basically Michael K asked Cashman if he lets the managers, go with their gut, right? And he said, of course, but if it goes poorly, they have to explain themselves to the front office. So basically saying like, if Boone doesn't move, that doesn't stick with, the analytic, what the numbers say, he has to go to the front office and explain the move. So Terry Robinson basically told us, we can discuss this on the pod. Like, if Aaron Boone were to be fired, would they just get like another manager that would be, just like Boone? Because some fans see Aaron Boone as like a puppet. And Kevin, if you want to give your thoughts first on that, you can do that.
I mean, first, I would also just wanted to say, if I was that reporter, I would follow up. Does the analytic department answer to the front office when the numbers don't match out? I mean,
Yeah,
because
it was K. It was K that asked
chaos. Yeah,
Cashman
okay,
apparently. Yeah,
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
But basically, I mean, they are correct. The way that the Yankees are hell bent on when it comes to analytics, and this is why guys like us, Pete, a bunch of guys, we go against the analytics because you have to have a balance.
A
I mean,
feel for the game. You have to have a feel for the
you
game.
have to have a feel for the game. You have to have the feel for your players. There's a human element that no computer could tell you how to manage
Yep.
or what to happen in October. Baseball is completely different. I don't care what any numbers say. So that being said, the way the Yankees are run and they're hell bent, and it sounds like I think we heard it last time where they said that we talked about Clay Holmes coming in that situation no matter what against the Twins. So it looks like they already have a game plan and they stick to it no matter what. So I mean, I kind of agree. Even if we're saying fire Boone, it's gonna end up being
Nothing's gonna
another
change.
guy who's a puppet. I would like Boone to take more accountability though sometimes in some cases, and I will say that even though it might be somebody else, the only way this is gonna change if it's Brian Cashman is not here. Unfortunately.
That
So
that that
if
is
Cashman, if Cashman's still here, it doesn't matter who we put there in the manager. He does have to manage the bullpen better though.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know what else I could say besides saying exactly what you said, Kevin. But the one thing I don't want to call him a puppet, but I mean, pretty much like what the numbers say is what he goes with. And Michael K said numerous times how Aaron Boone firmly believes in everything that the front office tells him. Like, I don't think that's why they're gonna fire him. Like, he listens to whatever they say, and I'm not sure. Like, I don't want to say it for sure, but I remember him saying that when it comes to that, probably after Aaron Boone's done, maybe he writes a book about how he would have done things differently.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, guys, like at the end of the day, like this is his job. Like I know people are like, have some dignity or whatever, things like that, but you know, this is his job. He loves being the manager of the Yankees, and he really does believe, like, even though you guys might think it's crazy, the guy does believe in what the Yankees' philosophy is. So I don't think he's gonna change. It all has to do with Brian Cashman. If Brian Cashman is gone, then I think he said that, or Michael K said that, like, he would be a hypocrite if you were to fire Aaron Boone because he's literally done everything the Yankees have asked him to do. So I don't know how you get mad at Boone. I get, like, he's just the guy there. He answers the media, so that's why, like, Cashman likes him, because he answers all the questions that he has to after games. Because Cashman's not there after every game. He's not talking to the media. He talks to them once every month or so ish,
I mean,
maybe.
it just boggles my mind where they just have no accountability because at the end of the day, they're the ones who said the IKF was a top 10 shortstop last year. And why didn't you trust him in the playoffs? And why is he not the shortstop right now if he's still on the team? And that clears to show you that's only one example, but there's many more if we sit down and do a deep dive of where analytics just doesn't pan out. Again, it depends. It's the human element. It's the game. It's the situation. You can't just put a lefty who throws this pitch at this amount of time to percentage to this batter whose hot zone is this. There's no leverage of the inning. What time is it being placed? Like the temp. Like, is it a dome? Is it outside? There's so many aspects more on top of just the numbers that's what you want the manager maybe for to manage more of the game, and even the human element. Like I said, listen, Wandy Peralta could be lights out, but the only guy who knows that Wandy Peralta dropped his luggage on his foot the night before and maybe doesn't feel something right is Aaron Boone. And if Aaron Boone just goes by the numbers and knows that and doesn't manage the game with what he knows about his players, there's only so much that can happen and so much you can do. And then the end of the day is that we get mad as fans because we're just looking at a computer and numbers being spit out, but there's nobody to take accountability. The Boone will say again, that was a decision. We talked about it. The same exact answer every single year, and the end all and be all is that we're not any closer to 28, and that is why your fan base, who diehard fans, go to the stadium no matter what, and I don't think we will ever stop. And I don't care all those fans that tell other fans not to go to the stadium. Who the fuck are you to tell people what to do with their money? So that doesn't matter. So that being said, the people need to answer these questions when the analytics don't pan out, and we don't have that. We don't have anybody for that. And that's even more frustrating.
No, definitely. I think Kevin, you said it. You said it perfectly, bro. I don't know what else I could say, but you definitely said it perfectly. It's just crazy that some fans are like, especially, everybody knows I'm pretty much always at the stadium. I try to go to every single home game. And who are you to tell me what I can do with my money? And
Exactly.
Another thing I wanted to say is, a lot of fans, they were telling me, these people are saying I'm a fake fan. I'm going to go to the stadium because Cashman is still, you're a Yankee fan, man. Whatever you want to do, half these people on Twitter or Instagram or whatever apps you guys use, they want to say that you're friends or whatever. Half of those people don't even know you. They just know you from your profile picture and your tweet.
Yep.
Then they meet you in person and they tell you that oh my God, your tweets, I can't really tell who you were from your tweets. You're a completely different person in person. So half of these people that just want to be trolls, hide behind these, computer
Fake
screens
accounts.
or whatever, talking all that, fake accounts, burners and all that thing. Don't let that stuff get to you. Sometimes it will because, it happens. Sometimes you're having a bad day and they just hit that one spot. It happens, but don't let that stuff get to you. If you guys don't want to go to the stadium, you feel like you want to boycott the Yankees for some reason, and you just want to, stay home, watch the game, you think it's better, or you just like to be, chilling in front of the TV better, that's perfectly fine.
Or Billy's.
But don't.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Don't kill the mood, or don't try to be, that person to be rude to another fan.
You're the reason the Yankees. No, they're not. It doesn't matter.
Bro.
Look at the Knicks. You know how many people boycotted the Knicks for years? Then who ended up taking those seats? Corporations, people who are not real basketball fans. The Knicks were still there. I said that I wasn't going to watch the Knicks until James Dolan, for example, because I used to hate. A lot of people did. They want to boycott Dolan, and then look at the Knicks now. You're not going to watch the Knicks? I'm watching the Knicks. So it's like, we won, by the way. But besides that, nice. Yeah. Besides
my background here.
Yeah, I know. I see them right there. But yeah. That being said, it doesn't matter what you say or what I say. At the end of the day, it's up to if Cashman's running the helm. That's what's going to happen. It's an analytical driven team, and there's not going to be a balance, unfortunately, until that changes. We hope that Minaya, when he came in here, and those guys were going to give some words of wisdom.
Different perspectives. Yep, different perspectives.
And we haven't seen that yet, so that remains to be seen. But let's see. But thank you for your question, Sierra, right? It was Sierra, right?
Yep. Thank you so much. But not definitely, Kevin, whatever fan you want to be, man, just don't listen to anybody, what anybody has to say. That's your money, the way you spend it. And listen, man, I don't pay more than $25 to go to Yankee Stadium unless it's the Mets or the Red Sox on the weekend. The Yankees, I give them maybe, I want to get maybe like 7 grand a year, 8 grand a year in total with food. I go to the stadium, maybe more, maybe like 10. I'll say 10 grand. Guys, I don't even think that pays for the guy who makes the least amount of money on the team a 1 day, like 1 day for him to be on the team, a game. That doesn't pay for nearly what Aaron Judge makes in a for putting on the pinstripes for a game. So I'm the problem. Oh man, people drive me insane. But Kevin, you know, I enjoy talking about it. Definitely, like I said, if you guys wanna, send us some questions, things like that. Kevin, anything else to say? Excited for the
Bring
race
on
series?
Tampa.
Bring on Tampa. Domingo Herman against Rasmussen. Excited for that game. Hopefully we can steal that.
Look at you saying that name without.
Rasmussen, yes sir. And then we got what? Cole against Fleming, I believe on Friday. Need to take that game,
Bob
bounce
Alday.
back from the Ace. All day it's gonna be packed. The stadium Friday night, calling them out. That's cool. A little worried about Saturday's game. We got Nestor against McClanahan. He pitched well last time, but I feel like he's gonna get up a couple solo shots here and there, win that game 4-3.
Bader.
Fingers crossed. I don't want to be a jinx. Bader again. He's clutch. And then F1 against Schmidt on Sunday. Not feeling too great about, but it's baseball.
I'm
See what
hoping
happens, Kevin.
Let's get the first 3 out of the way, and let's just see what happens with Schmidt. Maybe Schmidt has the game of his life, like Domingo against Minnesota. We never know. You never know.
Baseball is weird, and that's why we love it, Kevin. That's why we tune in every day to watch this team.
I was gonna say worst case scenario 2 split, best case scenario sweep, and hopefully 3-1 is the hope. But yeah,
3-1.
If I had to put money with Judge back and the way everybody's swinging the bat, I'm gonna say 3-1 Mario. I don't know how. You want to give a prediction?
Nah, take the first 3. Clark Schmidt, please. Bro.
Toss up. Okay.
I try. I try to defend him, man. I think he's still got good stuff. Just not a starter, but just see what happens. 3-1, Kevin. I'll take that definitely. Yo, thank you guys for listening so much, man.
Yes,
It means a lot to us. We're really enjoying this, doing these, every couple days, talking Yankees, and yeah, you guys giving us feedback and listening to us. So, thank you guys for watching episode 14 of the Bronx Nothing Podcast. Let's beat Tampa. We don't have to sweep, just beat them. 3 out of 4. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go. Thank you guys.